Do you want me to wake it up?
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it to directions. Can you see that? Okay. You scroll by dragging back and forth, and you tap to select, and you drag down to cancel. And I can also do it with voice, so I can wake it up and say, okay, Glass, take a picture. And I've got a picture of you.
Oh, please don't publish that anywhere.
We had to mark it with a hashtag if I had glass, and then give, I forget how many characters, but it was really small, on what we would do with it. And I posted on Google Plus that I would use my healthcare talk community to crowdsource ideas for using glass in healthcare. And they liked that and they accepted it. Well, at the same time, I had also tweeted that I had previously written an article on my blog of how to change the appearance of glass, and that I thought it should be a headband, which I still think it should be with the rotating arm. And they liked that idea too, so they actually offered me 2 pair. I use it in cooking. That's another way I'm using it, where I will actually text myself the ingredients, and then I can get my hands deep into my bread dough or whatever it is, and when I'm ready to add an ingredient, then I just tip my head and wake it back up. It is tempting to use them when I'm driving, and I do wear them when I'm driving because there are some advantages, but I specifically keep myself from looking in the lens because I don't want to get used to that, because it's just like texting. So what I do have a rule, my own personal rule is, if I'm going to call someone, right now I can only have 10 contacts and they're 10 close people, so they'll forgive me if a dictated message gets to them and it doesn't say what it should say. And they just know because it comes across and says sent through glass. So sometimes it'll be a little garbaged, or it'll say Ron instead of Rana and things like that. But I can text a message and dictate it while I'm driving and never look up. I love that. Where is Jackson Street Market? Because I'm into the healthcare community, one of the coolest things I have wanted to watch grow are the apps that tie in healthcare information to patients. There's just so much that you can do when your hands are full, like CPR, holding babies, all those things. Anything you can imagine that you might need information at your fingertips, or a telephone at your fingertips when you don't have the hands to dial. There was an eye fatigue involved with getting used to it, because when you first start it, you have to look up slightly, and I wear contacts, and so that pushes the contact down a little. And I don't know if I've gotten used to it or my eye has gotten stronger, but I don't notice the discomfort that I used to notice. I talk with my hands and my face, and this is a way you turn it on and you turn it off. So you can change the angle to make it a little less sensitive, but I find that when I'm really having fun, I turn it on and off and on and off until I kill the battery. So I may have to turn that head bob off completely. And then just getting used to not reaching for the phone. I have to think for a second and say, okay, Glass, Google this, and it'll Google it for me, which it's now starting to do. So.